he suddenly reached over and he put his hand on my leg, under my skirt, and reached for my genitals. He also grabbed my head and brought it towards his crotch.
Well, you just heard it, graphic details from the latest woman to step forward and accuse Herman Cain of sexual harassment. The Cain camp, meantime, is denying these new allegations. For more on this continuing scandal and where the presidential race stands today as a whole is Kyle Trygstad joining us, the politics staff writer with Roll Call. Kyle, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Let's talk about Herman Cain. Really two questions here. Will he survive this, and should he survive this?
You know, those are two good questions. I think on the first one, it's interesting. An NBC Wall Street Journal poll out last night showed him still rivaling Mitt Romney for first in national voters, which is really amazing. And after these accusations first came out last week, he had his largest fundraising day of all time. And so, you know, he's weathering this so far. But I think the point is this isn't helping him win any new voters.
Right.
And that's something he needs to do against people like Mitt Romney, Rick Perry. It's going to be hard to get through these big states.
Goodness knows that we've seen our fair share of political scandal here. So the second part of my question is, he's running for the highest office in our country. It's a revered office. Should he be allowed to weather this?
Well, you know, voters get to decide that, and you know, I think Democrats would love to run against him in the general election, and I think that's something a lot of Republican voters, when they go to the polls and all these primaries, are going to have to decide. Do we want this kind of guy, if these allegations are true, to be our president? And secondly, do we think he can actually beat Barack Obama?
Okay. You know, basically the Cain camp from day one has blamed the competing camps for leaking this information, for getting this out here. Is there a little bit, do you think, of that, I don't know, backlash from that, because the public now is used to this sort of smear campaign, and they're saying, this is our guy, we're just going to support him, because we know it's a little fishy that it came out, just happened to come out right now.
Right, and these things happen in almost every campaign, House, Senate, presidential, these things happen. So far, Rick Perry has said he did not, his campaign was not responsible for this. Someone was responsible for leaking it. We don't know exactly who it was, but I don't know. It was most likely one of his opponents, but we don't know that yet.
If that does come out, just from being a political watcher or a presidential watcher, does that then have backlash on the person that perhaps leaked the information, or the camp?
It can, but oftentimes these don't come out. You know, reporters don't often reveal their sources. You know, it's one of the codes we live by. So I don't see it actually coming out.
In reaction to all this, Democrats have criticized Republicans for pushing candidates with little legislative, you know, backgrounds or little legislative work on their resumes. But I'd like to ask your opinion of that. Hypocritical coming from the party of the president now, who before he took office didn't have any legislative background either?
Well, I don't think it's really accurate. I mean, you got Rick Perry, who's been a governor for over a decade now. You've got Mitt Romney was a governor for 4 years. President Obama was a senator for 4 years, and so I don't see very much difference between the candidates now, except for Herman Cain.
Okay, so basically we're about a year out from this. What should we really be talking about here? I mean, these are serious allegations, but what both Democrats and Republicans, what should they be doing to get their man or woman in the White House?
Well, number one is the economy and jobs. 9% unemployment right now. You see President Obama going around the country talking about his new jobs plans. He's sort of putting it on Republicans in Congress to start doing something. And so I think Republican candidates, Obama, we're going to be hearing them just talking about jobs and trying to tell voters that their plans are the ones that can get them back to work.
We saw states try to battle it out to be first in the primaries. Florida, we saw Florida do this, for example. What effect should this have on this whole process?
Well, Florida was sort of that deciding state last time. They really gave John McCain, secured the nomination for John McCain. I think it's possible that could happen again. That, Florida's falling on January 31st this year. So it's possible that it could all end in Florida once again.
All right. Kyle Trygstad is political staff writer with Roll Call. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay. Steve